Last night I showed you how the ABC's Radio National took the controversy about the Greens rejecting the Australian flag and somehow turned it against everyone else. Interviewing Jacinta Nampijinpa Price, Radio National's Patricia Karvelas got bored with the criticism of Greens politicians Adam Bandt and Lidia Thorpe for shunning our national flag, and she decided to criticise Liberal leader Peter Dutton for standing in front of the Australian flag without the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander flags too.
If we look like a nation that's divided, we certainly look weak.
No, but Anthony Albanese stands in front of all three. Out of all the leaders, we've got Peter Dutton standing in front of just the Australian flag with respect. We've got the Greens leader not standing in front of the Australian flag. And then what don't you think the Aboriginal flag should be behind Peter Dutton as well on the basis of unity?
Don't you think that the Australian flag also encaptures Indigenous Australians? That's what it's about, bringing us together, unified.
So much of the ABC is just so out of touch with mainstream values, isn't it? Well, today, Karvelas had Senator Thorpe on. A much less challenging interview, I might add. But even when she's not prodded, this senator is pretty aggressive.
The colonial project came here and murdered our people. Well, I'm sorry that we're not happy about that. I'm sorry that this flag represents so much trauma for so many people. Not all people, but so many.
Now, despite colonisation happening more than 200 years ago and ending 121 years ago when we became an independent nation, Senator Thorpe seems to think there's still a need to turn the tables on a colonial power.
We have to remember that, we're also entering a time where the colonisation of this country is coming to an end, whether we like it or not.
What do you mean by that?
Well, we need to be having a conversation about a republic, and treaty goes hand in hand with a republic. That's what we need to be talking about in this country.
Colonising powers coming to an end, a treaty and a republic, a great mishmash there. It's a view, it's an erroneous, ill-informed and illogical view, I reckon, but it's a free world and she's entitled to her views. What's more of a worry is that this is what you get when you vote Green. And the Greens did well at this election. To have actual legislators, people in the Senate who have such a wrong-headed view of our political system and such a resentful attitude to their fellow Australians, well, that's pretty concerning in my view. And just remember, the Albanese Labor government won't be able to do anything in this term without the help of the Greens in the Senate. So as much as we'd like to dismiss this nonsense, it matters. And the Prime Minister and his government will have to find a way to deal with it. At least Senator-elect Jacinta Nampijinpa Price will soon be in the Senate, along with another Senator-elect Kerryn Little. So the coalition will have two strong Indigenous senators with terrific grassroots experience, willing to push back with much more sensible and practical points of view.